I think we can finally point out why NetherRealm Studios has been so quiet over the past 7 months. Now, this has been a topic of discussion since the merger happened. Yes, we are talking about the merger again today, and that's because there was a little update yesterday and a few updates here and there that I wanted to go over the past week or so, or really lack thereof, but we'll get into that. But I think that we can finally pinpoint that this is why NRS has been so quiet when it comes to MK11, why there's been no communication. Before we get completely into it, I do want to let you guys know that I do stream on Twitch about every other day, link in the description down below to that. Heads up, we don't only play Mortal Kombat, we don't only play Mortal Kombat 11, we play a lot of different fighting games, everything from Marvel vs. Capcom to Guilty Gear to Tekken to Killer Instinct, pretty much everything. So if you guys are interested in chilling out and playing some fighting games, link in the description down below to that. But with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into this. So let's start with the update. It's nothing major, but we did get an official logo and the official name for the new merger company that is happening between Warner Brothers and Discovery, or AT&T and Discovery. It's now called Warner Brothers Discovery, the stuff that dreams are made of. I guess that's the catchphrase they're going with. Oh, God. Anyways, so we got that little update. Now, aside from this, there has been really jack shit said about this merger, and that's where we get into the update with a lack of update, right? The update from a lack of update. There's been jack shit said about this merger. There was supposed to be a big conference that happened, and I believe it did, but so far there has been zero talk about any assets being offloaded to make up money that, the merger costs. Because as I've said in videos about this, mergers cost money. They cost a lot of money. And surprisingly, so far, AT&T, Warner Brothers Discovery, nobody has talked about selling any of the studios to make that money up. There was a little bit of news about DC Comics possibly being sold to Disney. There hasn't been an update on that so far, but that has been it so far. So as far as we can tell, when it comes to all of this, nothing is being sold. So that means NRS will still be under WB Studios, which will be under now Warner Brothers Discovery. Now, the interesting thing about this is I think we can pinpoint this being the reason that NRS hasn't commented on anything, talked about anything, why there hasn't been content for anything or anything else when it comes to Mortal Kombat 11. As we all know, if you're watching this video, I'm sure to hell that you know that Mortal Kombat 11 has been in a dead zone for the past 7 months. And I don't think that dead zone is going anywhere. This video is not me saying that Kombat Pack 3 is coming eventually. No, it's not. E3 is literally 9-10 days away. I think we're getting a new game reveal there. But I think Kombat Pack 3 was originally supposed to happen. If I'm doing a little bit of detective work here, just from common sense based on what we've seen, the number of combat packs we've seen in the previous games, especially Injustice 2, even in the time that it was alive, which was the same time as MKX, it still got more DLC. I think Kombat Pack 3 was definitely coming for Mortal Kombat 11. I really do. I think there was going to be Aftermath, Kombat Pack 1, Aftermath, Kombat Pack 2, and a Kombat Pack 3. And I don't think that happened because of this deal. This deal has apparently, from some sources that I've looked at, been talked about for the past while. Even before, it's been talked about even before the announcement that studios were being sold, that WB entirely was being sold, or whatever that was, months ago. So it seems like this deal was being talked about for a while, and it finally happened, at least since a little bit after Mortal Kombat 11 came out. Now, I'm sure that made it very, very hard to get Aftermath, Kombat Pack 1 fully made, and Kombat Pack 2 made. But I think when it got down to the point, because around the time that Kombat Pack 2 happened, there was the big, the news that got announced of they were looking to sell some different studios. I think the big thing when it comes to that is that's what stopped everything. NRS, WB, AT&T, whoever's funding everything going on, I don't think they knew what was going to be happening with NetherRealm Studios or, any of the studios, so they didn't want to sink more money into something that was going to go to a different company. And I think that's why everything stopped. I think Kombat Pack 3 was originally planned, and it just didn't happen because all of that happened at once, and then they moved further into the Warner Brothers Discovery deal, and then that was probably happening for the past few months, and they still didn't know what was going to be happening with NRS or some of these other studios. But now it's decided the NRS stays. I think we'll know that for sure, and I think we'll truly know what's going on with NetherRealm Studios at E3. I think if a game gets revealed at E3, I think we're pretty safe in saying that NetherRealm is going to be staying with Warner Brothers Discovery. If nothing happens at E3, I think we might need to start worrying. But that's for E3, basically. We'll find out at E3, in my opinion. But I think they didn't know what was going to be happening with some of these studios, especially NetherRealm Studios, a fighting game studio. So they didn't want to sink more money into it. And therefore, because of everything that was going on, there's NDAs. You cannot talk about it. You can't discuss anything that's going on. So it's really stopped Ed Boon, who is usually abnormally talkative on Twitter and everything else, and especially interactive with his fan base. It stopped him, it stopped the other devs. WB couldn't talk about it. So I think it just stopped all communication because nobody knew what was happening with anything going on, and everything stopped because it's a fighting game developer. If anyone's going to get sold first, it's probably going to be a fighting game developer. I really do think it's safe to say that this big merger, the possible sell that was going to happen, and everything else really did stop anything from happening with the future of Mortal Kombat 11 post Kombat Pack 2. I don't think, I'm 98% positive Kombat Pack 3 is not coming at this point. E3 is right around the corner, and that's where I'm like the most scared. Even though I said the update by no update is really that everything's feeling a little safe and secure, I think we'll know for sure at E3. I think there's a very good chance that if NRS is staying with Warner Brothers Discovery, that there will be a new game announced at E3. If not, I doubt we'll see anything. But again, that's like 10 days out, 9 days out, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I'll be streaming it live on Twitch, so make sure if you guys want to chill, link will be in the description down below to my Twitch channel, where we will be hanging out every other day and every day when it comes to E3, hanging out, watching that, and on every other day we'll just be playing fighting games. So if you guys are interested in that, again, link in the description down below. If you guys did enjoy the video, please make sure to like it, and if you would like to hear more about fighting games, Mortal Kombat, and what's going on with this deal and Discovery and everything else, make sure to subscribe to the channel. But that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host. My name is Tooten, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.